here on TYT, we don't like political apathy. We want people to be engaged in politics, but sometimes it can go a little bit too far. We've got a good example of that. Let's take a look. So what you see here is like a makeshift bumper sticker. Obviously it says Obama, Fuk Off. Now this is Dennis Hamm's pickup. He lives in Racine County, and he's actually been reported now in his neighborhood for driving around with this. The neighborhood doesn't like it. They say that children shouldn't be exposed to this. Do you think that it's acceptable for him to paint this on the back of his truck?
Yes, I don't have a problem with him painting that on the back of the truck. But first of all, obviously he misspelled fuck. That's not the way you spell fuck. He completely admits that. He says that fuck actually stands for fundamentally useless Kenyan, which is another thing that he's absolutely wrong about.
So he's a politically sophisticated fellow?
Right. Okay. No, but I actually want to use this story as an example to reinforce what I had said earlier about how there are members of this country that are negatively impacted by some of our tax laws the GOP is pushing for, and they continue to completely degrade Barack Obama, even though he gave your ass a tax cut.
Yeah.
Fuck Obama? Fuck Obama for what? Like,
what did Obama do to Dennis Hamm?
How is Mitt Romney gonna help your ass? I want to know. Look at his truck. Okay, he's not a wealthy guy. And it's amazing to me how ignorant our country is, right? Maybe he's an insanely socially conservative guy. Maybe that's what it's about. Or maybe he's just racist because Obama is black and he's uncomfortable with the useless Kenyan.
Yeah, the fact that he thinks he's from Kenya would imply that he probably does not have the most progressive racial views in the world.
But it just frustrates me because day in and day out, we see this kind of stupidity and we laugh about it. And yes, it's funny. But these are the people who vote. These are the people who actually partake in political activism, and they're idiots.
Yeah, I mean, we can hope that he doesn't have voter ID, maybe, so he'll probably be barred from voting this year. But, so you say it's okay. I generally agree. I think that you should be allowed to paint almost anything on your car. It helps your neighborhood know that you're an idiot, and so that can help segregate you inside your own neighborhood.
Right, and your car is probably going to get destroyed by an Obama supporter or something.
It's more likely that if you wrote something pro-Obama, an anti-Obama person would probably destroy it, I think.
Yeah, no, that's true. By the way, let me just note one thing. I wouldn't put anything political on my car.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't either.
I don't care if you're supportive of Obama, if you don't support Obama, just don't put political stuff on your car. I know, of course you should have the right to do it. I'm just saying it's a bad idea.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I think personally that, especially with the Kenyan comment, the fact that he doesn't care that kids are like offended, we get into the area of should we look into this guy a little bit. And the reason I say that is we have some more details about him. So he served in the Army from 1973 to 1976, so far no problem. He uses the nickname currently of Wild Boar, which is interesting, and he describes himself as still fighting for the freedoms I serve to protect, carry a weapon as a means to convince those who have a distorted view of free enterprise that things must be earned, not taken.
Right.
Now look, that by itself does not imply that he's going to be violent or anything like that, but it's the sort of thing that we often find in the histories of people who do become violent. So do you think that that the police or the FBI should look into him a little bit?
No, absolutely not. Right to bear arms. Everyone should have the right to a gun. Even if they write crazy things online or write things like fuck Obama on their car, they should have the ability to do all of these things without the government checking in on them. So no, wild boar, go ahead, carry your guns. Don't worry about any background checks. Don't worry about, being stopped if you're planning any shootings. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm on fire today, I guess.
It seemed like that paragraph you just said started totally sarcastic, then I started to buy it, and then the sarcasm came racing back in at the end. So what do you really feel about him?
I really feel that, if this guy is this hateful and has this disdain for the President of the United States, and he writes about how it's important to bear arms, and he's under the impression that the government is trying to take the guns away from him, even though Barack Obama hasn't passed a single law restricting your access to guns, maybe the FBI should check in on him a little bit, just to make sure he's not crazy.
Couldn't hurt.